Hello everyone, we are currently rank A Th18 player in the world and see that plus 77. That means that yesterday we just reset at rank 85 and after we complete the attack today, now we are currently rank A in the world and let's see the attack score. Yesterday I attacked with 308 and today is 312, so let's dive into the video and see those replays. See the right hand side, the defense tower and the multi-gear tower. We only need 2 invisibility spells to set a deeper fireball into the base, and since that fireball is gonna be too easy, that means the defender might beat it with Tesla to mislead your fireball into wrong direction. That's why I put the archer first and just fireball right away. If you wait until the boogers coming out from the sneezy, see, the Tesla will pop, and if the Tesla pop into some weird position, then you might miss your fireball. So always remember that there is no new player and new bases in High Legends. If you find a base with pretty common, easy, and powerful entry for your army, that doesn't mean that the base is bad. It means the base is probably gonna be beaten in this entry. Always remember that if you want to climb higher in the Legend League, and after get the fireball, maybe now, let's use all the fireballs into the left hand side of the base and also use the giant arrow to damage the building a little bit. And now let's drop the dragon dude on the right hand side and maybe the king into the right hand side rage tower area as well. When the rage tower get popped on the right hand side, use the dragon dude rocket backpack ability to leave that rage tower area and also damage the right hand side rage area more. So now actually we can use a barbarian king, the spiky bow to get those buildings. And we also overgrow on the monolith so that the dragon dude now can easily deal with the enemy long shots. And most of the bases are gone, we still have 7 spells that is a overkill for sure. See the Raven's Tower, the Clan Castle, and the Lava Launcher. They are in the same line. That means that we can use the giant arrow and the rocket backpack to get all of them. But see, there is no buildings on the 4 o'clock, so that is not that easy for the giant arrow. We need to use the giant arrow, target on that multi-archer tower, and the angle needs to be very precisely or you will miss the giant arrow. So instead of starting with a wooden fireball, this time I'm gonna start with the queen giant arrow and the rocket backpack trick. Just save that fireball for the deeper base. So now let's use the giant arrow and the rocket backpack and spam all the fireballs into the left hand side compartment. And as you can see, the pathing for server is already set. We can pretty sure that the server will go to the left hand side of the base. So actually we don't need to use the fireball right now, because there's no need to set out the fireball to set up the funnel for the servers right now. So that means we can use the fireball for the deeper base. Maybe just target something near the rage tower, for example, maybe that builder hood. Let's just set up the fireball around to the builder hood. Get all the rage compartments so we don't have to worry about that. For the dragon duke, maybe we can revive him after we get the clever base. I think maybe right now. Just revive the dragon duke. Use the English spell to protect the warden. Yeah, now everything seems to be nice. Let's use the overgrow on the air defense so the dragon dude won't get hit by the air defense, but he's still stuck on the king. He's losing his health so quickly because of the air expo and the multi tower. There are so many air expo nowadays because of the dragon duke. And after the overgrow expire, Actually, most of the bases are gone, and we can easily get a triple with 3 swag spells. A double rage base, and as you can see, the super wizard child on the right hand side and the clan castle and the what's that? The lava launcher, they are on the same line, so we can use the giant arrow on that. But yeah, I mean the angle of the giant arrow should be very precisely, or we will miss the giant arrow. And since the giant arrow is for the middle, so maybe we can fireball on one of the ridge area. We don't have to do anything crazy, just fireball on that multi-archer tower, so we can get most of the ridge area. And now maybe let's set up the giant arrow. So let's clear the gold mine first and use the queen giant arrow target on that illusion collector. And then we just miss the giant arrow. It's okay, that's not the end of the world. As long as we got a perfect thorough pathing and perfect hero pathing, we can still triple the base. So now let's use a king for that rage tower area and maybe warp break for our king. And also warp break for our forwards into the deeper base. Since we didn't get the value we want, there are so many defense there and we need to take care of our servers. Let's use a totem spell to distract the long shot to decrease the damage through the forwards. And use a spiky bell on the rage tower area. So now everything looks great. Let's overgrow on the melee area at the backing to reduce the damage for the throwers, and we don't have to revive the Dragon Duke right now. Just wait a little bit more until that the overgrow expire. After the overgrow expire, I'm planning to revive the Dragon Duke again towards the Monolith. The Monolith is the biggest threat to all the throwers army. And we also have the invest. If the monolith target on the Dragon Duke, then we will invest on the Dragon Duke to protect him. So now we just revive the Dragon Duke, and the Dragon Duke is going towards the monolith. And unfortunately, they got hit, so that's why I use the invest to protect all of them. And since the Dragon Duke is still alive, he can clean all the remaining base, and it's a triple for sure. Sometimes without a good thorough pathing, even you got all the value, you are still not gonna triple the base. And here, see the diagonal from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock, it provides a great giant arrow value, but since there is no building on the diagonal for the giant arrow, and that's why I set at the funnel right here, but actually I should start the warden walk right now. I should do the multitasking to save some time. And after that, we just set at a good funnel for the giant arrow. Let's use some invisibility, and even one more. And an earthquake, fireball, get all the rage tower section, and also the monolith as well, since we are getting some good value. And after that, we are gonna pathing our forwards into the base, maybe right now. Should we do that right now? Okay, just wait a little bit to get that illicit storage. And oh, it's only 2 minutes, so we should start our service right now. And then maybe the queen. Use one super bar to funnel even more. And then the queen, giant arrow, and the rocket backpack right now to get the value we want. Yes, so we just get all the value we want. But actually, that's the only attack and not getting triple. Why? Let's see. I just deploy the king on the right hand side to funnel for our servers and also tempt for the rage compartment as well. Everything seems to be great, but the first problem is coming out that nobody is taking care of the long shot. So I drop the overgrow, but nobody's still caring about that long shot. So we are still going around the base and ignoring that long shot. Should I use the overgrow to funnel through our forwards? Or yeah, they go back right now. Maybe we don't have to overgrow on that. Let's freeze the long shot again and refire the Dragon Duke. But sadly, that Dragon Duke is not getting rampage all the way because of the boogers, and my servers is also stuck on the walls, so it's gonna be much slower push than I think, and that's a 10 fail eventually. So what's the problem in this deck? First is the pathing. Yeah, we just get the funnel with a fireball right here, and my further pathing is like this, going around the base, and we all know that the server is a very slow troops. They work pretty slow. That means that if you give the servers work too much, then that wastes a lot of time and you might get a time fail. And the second problem is that the server actually got split into the core. Yeah, they got a long shot, but since they got split, only 3 to 4 servers in the core, and they got stuck on the walls. If the server stuck on the walls, we need more servers to open up on the walls. Maybe like all the 9 servers open up on the walls, and they will be faster. But if the servers got split and only 2 or 3 servers are opening up on the walls, they are actually stuck on the walls, and that will give you a time fail. So instead of using the pathing that is going around on the outside and waste your time, you should actually, you should set the funnel. Here is the sand, and then path your server like this into the base, and you should get the great funnel with your king early, and after king go to the rage area, the rage tower activate, and you overgrow this area. So overgrow and the fireball and funnel king and everybody pathing to this area. Maybe, yes, there are so many walls there, so maybe you can even use the rocket launcher to open up the walls. That's okay. And in this way, you get a shorter pathing for the servers, and all the servers center in one spot. That means that even they stuck on the walls right here, they can open them up very quickly. Then that will not cause a time fail issue. And yeah, the second one is that the value for the giant arrow is really important to get the defense tower and the multi-inferno tower. In this case, if the server pathing is being like this, it's really important to get the defense tower and the multi-inferno tower right here. The answer is no. Why? Because they are just on the outside. The server's army right here, they can taking out those 2 buildings very easily. Those 2 buildings, yes, they deal high damage, but they only deals damage like maybe like 5 to 10 seconds. The server can get them out very easily. So those 2 buildings, they are not necessary to be taken out with the giant arrow. And to stab that giant arrow, we just use all the super bars or the baby dragon wizard to set out the funnel, and those troops will seem to be the troops for the clean out and the funnel. Without those troops, and that's why we're being slow on the clean out and being time fail. And so instead of just cleaning out those 2 buildings with the giant arrow, actually the giant arrow should be like this. We only need to get that lava launcher and the fire splitter right here, because when the servers are pathing like this going into the town hall, when they are standing here, then the double fire splitter can actually doing some damage, and your server's army can deal with those 2 fire splitter pretty quickly. They do the side damage to your servers. So to make your pathing better, you should actually shoot a giant arrow, maybe the queen right here, shoot a giant arrow like this, get both the rocket launcher and the file splitter, not the defense tower and the multi-inferno tower. I mean, yeah, the defense tower seems to be scary than the file splitter or something, but actually in this case, they didn't disturb the forward pathing, so you don't need to worry about that. And you just wasted too much time for setting up the giant arrow and waste so many cleanup to it, and that caused the time fail. So don't make the same mistake like me.
Just far away, but I will stay, just take a leap of faith, we'll find a way for you and me. Can't look back and run from what I feel inside, there's no more time to hide, because I feel again, I feel again, oh now. I feel again, we're bringing this back to life. I feel it again, I feel it again, I feel again, we're bringing this back to life. Help me find the right words to say to get us back on our way. Can we try to fight against the grain of throwing out what we made? The future's far away, but I will stay, because I feel again, I feel again, oh now I feel again, we're bringing this back to life, we're picking up where we left off and on again, we never quite could forget, 'cause what we got so intense. I feel it again, I feel it again, I feel again, we're bringing this back to life. Tasting tunes and everything you ooze, the tempo of your beat, you bleed a melody. No one can control that old time rock and roll, no rule of gravity. And hey, can I follow you back to your room, watching you blow follow you back to your arms, wash it all off in the river of your heart. There's a million different songs that I learned to sing, watching you bloom in the light of the moon. Your loneliness will never be lost on me, so reach out and love and don't be a stranger.
Won't you say why you're a stranger now? Your eyes escape mine when I sit you down. Don't you feel like we're holding on onto a fairy tale, but the magic's gone? Been months of bluffing the bushes and faking the butterflies. Wake up, yeah, I'm kicking the castle down. Ooh, yeah, I think it's time to talk. Ooh, yeah, I think it's time to talk. It off, always in overdrive. Now the feeling's lost, blind to notice we've been losing touch.